Hello and welcome to the Happy Pet, Happy Family podcast. This is part of the mini series. I'm not sure how many interviews we will have. We're here at the BioDude facility for an event, the Independence Bash event. And so you'll hear lots and lots of different stories, hopefully, if anybody wants to come on. All right, here we go. I do just want to say one thing before we begin, that there was a technical difficulty where there was a generator running in the background, and I just want to say that there was nothing we could do. It was nobody's fault, and I'm so sorry for the annoying sound, but these interviews really did turn out pretty cool, and I look forward to showing you. All right, here we go. Hello and welcome to my first interview. Here I have
Desiree.
Desiree. Welcome, Desiree. Thank you so much for sitting down with me and having this interview.
Of course.
How many pets do you have?
We have 4 cats and a dog.
4 cats and a dog. Wow. What are their names?
Well, we have Duke and Baron.
Those are 2 cats?
Duke is the dog. Baron is 1 cat.
Okay.
Then we have the other boy cat, Fenton.
Uh-huh.
He's our Maine Coon. We just got him 2 weeks ago.
You got a Maine Coon.
Yes.
That's so cool. What are the challenges with that? Are there any challenges with having a Maine Coon?
The hair, we got to make sure he stays brushed.
Okay.
And he's going to be big. He's got huge paws already. So
How old is he now?
14 weeks.
14 weeks. Wow, so he's a baby.
Mm-hmm.
How big, do you know how much he weighs?
I don't know the weight, but I know his size is about the same size as our small female adult cat.
Like a regular adult cat already. Wow, that's so cool. Where'd you get him from?
A friend of mine is an owner of Maine Coons, and she wasn't quite ready to sell them, like,
To people she didn't know?
yeah. So she's like, this is like the first of the litter that she had. So
Yeah.
she's seeing how things work out. But yeah, he's a great kitty so far.
That's so cool. I've been a vet tech for 10 years, and we have a lot of people that come in and say, oh, I have a Maine Coon. And they just have like a really big cat, you know what I mean? But at 14 weeks, if he's already looking like an adult, wow, that's so cool.
He's going to be huge.
Do you know, are there any like medical things behind having a Maine Coon? Like, are there special behaviors that you have to look for or anything?
I know he talks a lot. He loves to play in the water, and we feed him a raw diet right now. So
Oh, wow, okay. So, like, what does that entail for people that don't understand what a raw diet is?
we do raw chicken, raw beef or pork,
Uh-huh.
and then we do either hearts mixed in, and then we do either like liver or kidney mixed in, and we chop it all up and give it to him, feed him twice a day, just raw, like straight out of the fridge. So.
And he likes it?
He does.
Do you let him go outside?
No.
Oh,
None of my
okay.
cats go outside.
Oh, okay,
Well,
good,
he might
okay.
eventually. We might leash train him, but
Oh, okay.
they don't go outside without.
That would be really cool to leash train him. Have a big old cat walking around.
I see a lot of Maine Coons on. He showed me a lot of TikToks that have Maine Coons that are on leashes, and I'm like, we could do that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I've actually seen, not Maine Coons, but like cats in general, people potty training them on the actual toilet.
Yes, I've seen that too.
Have you seen
I've
that?
debated it, but I don't know. I'm like, let's just focus on getting a litter robot so I don't have to clean the litter box as much.
Yeah, it might be a little complicated to teach a cat. I don't think I've ever really tried to teach cats
I haven't either.
commands or anything. Okay, what about Duke? What kind of dog is he?
He is half golden retriever, half border collie.
Oh, cool. How old is he?
He is 8. He's a
8.
year younger than our youngest kids.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's easy to remember. Have you had any medical problems with him in the last 8 years?
No, he's been a very healthy boy.
Cool. That's
Other
awesome.
than he has severe storm and firework anxiety.
Oh, okay. Do you do
It's been
anything
fun.
for that?
We've tried literally every medication from like CBD up to like doctor prescribed sedative, and nothing works.
Nothing works.
We're going to
Wow.
start probably trying to board him
Yeah?
if we go out of town. Even
Okay.
if like we're going out of town next year around Christmas.
Uh-huh.
So just because they start selling fireworks before New Year's, we'll probably try to board him during the time that we're gone instead of leaving him at home, because he's starting to tear up the house when nobody's home.
Oh, okay. So he has the anxiety where he just like becomes so destructive.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Wow. Does he pant a lot? Does he any
Like when we're
shakes?
home, he pants, shakes, he jumps in the bed with us, and like,
Wow, yeah. Needs to be held really, really tight.
we tried the Thunder Buddy jacket.
I
We
was going to
tried
ask about the
everything.
Thunder jacket. Yeah. I have a German Shepherd, and he's
Same.
He's scared of everything.
Oh, yes.
And yeah, storms are number one. He'll come and he just has to be right here on my hip until it's over. But at least he doesn't destroy stuff now. He's 10 now, so he's calmed down.
I was hoping he'd calm down as he got older, but it's getting worse. So.
Oh no. I wonder if like the getting older, like the senility is kind of setting in.
Possibly.
Yeah, making it worse. Well,
I guess he's technically a geriatric dog now, isn't he? Since he's 8.
Yeah. It's. I think 8 is like the beginning of for large dogs anyway, the geriatric. You said you also have a German Shepherd?
No.
Oh, okay.
We just have the one guy.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you so much for coming
Of
on.
course.
I know it was a short interview, but that's what I'm trying to do today. So I really appreciate it.
Cool. Thanks.
All right. Hello and welcome to the second interview here. Here I have Taylor. Hi, Taylor.
Hi.
Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. How many pets do you have?
I have 4 dogs, 4 dart frogs,
Okay.
a micro gecko, and a mantis.
Cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I've never heard about having a mantis for a pet. What is his name? Let's start with that.
His name's Casper, or her name. She's
name.
a ghost mantis.
Oh, okay. Is she white?
No, she looks like a dead leaf.
Like,
So,
okay.
like a
cool.
brown shriveled up leaf.
Yeah. What kind of environment do you have to have for her?
It's kind of like a little part of a rainforest, so it's super tiny.
Okay.
And you just spray it once a day. It has some dead leaves, a branch, and a plant, and that's it.
You spray it with water once a day?
Yep.
Okay, so she's got to stay moist.
A little bit.
Okay,
So she
cool.
molts every so often. So once she gets a little bit bigger,
What
she
does
likes-
molting mean?
So that's when they outgrow their current skin, and so
Okay.
they kind of like peel out of it. It's super cool if you've ever seen it.
Yeah, that is really cool. What made you want to have a mantis?
I really wanted an orchid mantis, which looks like an orchid flower,
Oh, okay.
but I've heard they are a lot of work
okay.
and like super finicky,
Okay.
and the dead leaves are a little bit more forgiving. And
Okay.
so with my first mantis, I was like, let's go with the more forgiving one just in case I mess up.
yeah. And then you'll get really good at it, and then you can move up.
Exactly.
Okay. What
So-
about your frogs? You said you had how many frogs?
4.
4. What are their names?
So they're poison dart frogs. They're the Leucamellas.
Okay.
So they're called like bumblebees. They're black and yellow.
Very cool.
So I have Pongo, Freckles, Rolly, and Patches.
Patches. Okay. And what goes into taking care of those?
So they're actually really easy. They live in a bioactive vivarium. So
Okay.
it's living. It has isopods, which are just roly-polies,
Uh-huh.
and it breaks down everything. And they have like these little, they're called springtails. They also help with breaking down.
Okay.
And then they just have leaves, and they eat fruit flies once a day because they're still babies. And you spray them with water, depending on how humid it looks in there, once or twice a day. So they're very low maintenance also.
Oh, okay. No, but that's really cool. Do you ever take them out and like play with them or anything?
They actually breathe through their skin, so you're not supposed to touch them.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, you could if you needed to like get one out. You can hold it. They're only poisonous in the wild.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, wow. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Okay, and then you had a dog, right?
4.
4 dogs. 4 dogs. Oh my gosh, you got a whole crew.
It's a lot.
You got how many boys? How many girls?
3 boys, 1 girl.
Okay, what's the girl's name?
Mavis.
Mavis.
Like
What
the vampire off of Hotel Transylvania.
Oh, that's really cute. What kind of dog is she?
She's a Shih Tzu.
A Shih Tzu. Okay. And what are your boy dogs' names?
I have Jace, Hank, and Waylon.
Okay. What is the craziest like medical thing you've had to come across with any of your animals?
So I'm still new to the reptile hobby. So I've only
Okay.
had my dart frog since May, and everything else has came around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But my dog Jace, he's an 8-year-old Shih Tzu. He has Cushing's, which is like
Aw.
a thyroid type hormone
Right,
thing. So we just found out about that last summer. So
Oh,
it's been like a whole roller coaster throughout the whole year, but he's
Yeah.
finally stabilized on his medications and
Wow.
acting like a puppy again. So
Good.
it's pretty cool.
What symptoms were you seeing when you were like, okay, what the heck is wrong with you?
He would get really, really sick, like explosive coming from both ends.
Oh no.
So that wasn't fun. And he that was pretty much it. Like, he drinks a lot of water, so it's very
Okay.
similar to like what you would see in a dog with diabetes.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I think he has diabetes, and then they're like, nope, it's this. So
Did you get any, or not you, but did she get any of the hair loss or the bloating or anything like that?
he was pretty chunky for a while, so
Okay.
they have like an appetite where they just eat and can't stop. Like, they never feel full.
Like a bottomless pit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so we would monitor his intake. So once he got on a prescription diet, he's lost. It was only like 2 pounds, but when you're only 22 pounds, that's like
with
a
Shih Tzu,
significant.
that's a lot.
Yeah,
That's
so-
like 10 pounds for us.
Yeah. So he looks really good now, and he's
that's good.
better.
How long did it take once he like started the medication to like get regulated?
So he started his medicine, I want to say, in August.
Okay.
So from August, you have to go. So let's say he started in August. We had to go to the vet every 2 weeks for a couple months.
Oh wow.
And then he would get tested to check his hormone levels. And then after a couple months of that, they were like, okay, let's move it to every month. And so then every month we were going.
Okay.
And then he got to every 3 months. And then at his most recent appointment, which was here not too long ago, he got told we can take him every 6 months. So he's stabilizing
Wow.
really well.
It almost took a year.
Yes,
Wow.
and it's not cheap either. So
No, yeah, I know.
and I'm a teacher, so it's not like
Yeah, you're not rolling in it
Yeah,
right now.
so-
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I do have one more question. What does having these pets do for you?
it's just kind of a comfort. So like, I have my husband and I love him, but like I'm not like, he doesn't get super excited every time I walk through the door.
That's true.
And
That's true.
I'm
I
not
see.
his whole world at this sense, like, oh my gosh, I will sit here on your lap all day.
Yeah.
So it's kind of having that comfort. And then my dart frogs, I can sit there and watch them for hours. When I first got them, I just sat there, and it got to the point my little Shih Tzu Mavis will actually come and sit on my lap and watch them with me. So
Oh my gosh,
I think-
that's so cute.
and it's just calming because it's like you're in the rainforest, and like they make little grass rustle noises, and
Aw. So it's almost like your happy place.
yeah, it's
to be
very
with your
therapeutic.
babies.
Like,
Yeah.
so
That's so great. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I really
course.
appreciate
thank you for having me.
And ready for the next one. All right. Bye. All right. Hello, and we're back. And I'm here with Trisha. So how many pets do you have?
So I have 2 dogs, a
Okay.
cat. We now have a bearded lizard, and
Very
we have
cool.
2 chickens.
2 chickens.
They're kind of pets.
Okay. Well, do they live outside?
Yeah.
Okay. Do they have names?
Yes, we have Lacey and we have Red.
Okay. Do you have a barn, like a coop? Is that's the word, right? Coop?
Yes, yeah, we have a little chicken coop and then a larger run
Oh, okay.
for them to be out in the day.
Are they male or female?
Female.
Female. They lay eggs for you?
So many eggs.
That's good, right? You
Yeah.
guys eat them and everything?
Yep.
That's so great. Sustainable. Never have to buy eggs again, huh?
And I know they're mostly living a happy chicken life.
Good.
So
Yeah. As long as they're fed and happy, that's great. Happy pet, happy family, right? What about your you said one cat?
I have 1 cat.
What's her name?
Her name's Calliope.
Calliope.
Yeah.
Where did she get that name?
I think so. I fostered her originally.
Okay,
And
so she's a
her name
foster
was
fail.
Callie because
Okay.
she's a calico.
Oh, yep.
And I think the foster organization had a couple of different Callies that were calicos. So we're like,
Okay.
okay, well, let's give her a different name. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, so that's where we
Interesting.
came up with.
What is it again? Calico? What?
So it's a Calliope.
Calliope. Where's that from?
Uh,
It sounds almost like a star of some kind.
I cannot remember.
Okay, that's okay. Okay, and then you said you have 2 dogs.
I do.
What are their names?
So I have Tails, who was named by my son for Sonic the Hedgehog, and also because she wags her tail so much, she seems to have more than one.
That's so cute. What kind of dog is she?
I don't know. Something crazy.
Okay.
Yeah. We got her from Alvin Animal Shelter.
Okay.
She was at the feed store there. We were getting feed for the chickens, and yeah, she they caught her running down the side of the highway.
Oh my gosh. Was she a puppy or full grown?
She was about 6 months old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so middle. And then one more dog.
And then the other one we got from a family member of a neighbor. She's like a Yorkie mix of some kind.
Yorkie
Just
thing?
a little terrier. Yeah.
Okay.
With a very terrier personality, and her name's Bella.
Bella.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then a bearded dragon, right?
And a bearded dragon named Lizzie.
Lizzie. Oh,
Lizzie.
that's really
Yep.
cute. Oh my gosh. Did your son name her?
Yes, he gets to name most of the animals.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's really cute. Who takes care of Lizzie?
Mostly me.
Okay. What goes into taking care of a bearded dragon?
So we've had to learn how to keep crickets alive.
Okay.
So she eats about 10 crickets a day right now, sometimes more. And then also I have to make her salad every day, which is fine because it makes me eat more vegetables too.
I can see that. Yeah, yeah.
Other than that, there's really not a whole lot of care required for her. I mean,
Cool.
clean out the cage. You know, she doesn't use the bathroom even every day. So
That's really awesome.
it's mostly just making sure she has the right kind of lights and setup, and she's happy.
Yeah, I know the husbandry for exotics is #1 importance.
Yeah, we
Hence,
did.
of course, the bio dude.
Yeah, we did it. We did a lot of research online before we got her. I've been promising him a lizard for a couple of years now.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay, so it's just time.
yeah, and the
Yeah.
bearded dragon was the one that was most often suggested to me as a good, for an exotic. Yeah,
Like
pretty
starter pet?
Yeah.
Okay. I see.
easy to handle and relatively easy to keep alive.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, I could see that. What is the most, like, the craziest, or the, how do I say this? What is the most, I guess, craziest medical thing you've had to go through with your pets? Anything crazy?
No, I've been pretty lucky.
Okay.
Over the years, I've had a couple of pets die of like dealing with cancer.
Yeah.
But as far as like just crazy medical things, I have this terrier that I have been, she's given me a couple of close calls as far as eating things that she's not supposed to.
Oh my gosh.
And
like
that-
it getting stuck in her, or like it being bad for her?
well, both.
Okay.
And just worrying, and it's always hard to kind of make that call. It's like, oh my God, do I run to the emergency vet because she chewed up the rug?
right. Right.
And you never know, like, well, how much of is it in her?
Yeah. yeah. How much is it? How much was it chewed up before she swallowed?
Yeah,
it?
is it gonna come out the other end okay?
I can relate. My German Shepherd, his whole life, he's 10 now, is still eating my socks.
Yep.
And I don't know what to do. He's just so anxious.
Yeah, it's really hard when you get one that's a chewer, and some of them grow out of it, and then you just have some that it's like, that's their thing
That's
forever.
just who they are
Yeah.
as a dog.
Yeah.
Okay. One more question. What has having these animals done for you?
It cost me a lot of money, but
yes, they do.
I don't know. I just feel like they bring a lot of richness to our lives. I mean, they feel like family for us, and we're here, far away from most of our actual extended family. So for us, I don't know. It just makes us feel like we've got our own little family here.
Yeah, like a big family.
Mhm.
Yeah, that sounds so cool. Well, thank you so much for coming on and doing this interview for me, and I hope that you'll tune in, and this is going to come out in about 6 weeks.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, all right, thank you. Okay, and we're back. What's your name?
Eli,
Eli? And you have a pet tarantula? That's so cool. What do you have to feed a pet tarantula?
cockroaches,
Cockroaches? Oh my gosh. Where do you get the cockroaches from?
from a pet store.
A plant store? That's so cool.
A pet store.
Oh, a pet store. Okay. What kind of terrarium? What does the tarantula live in?
I don't know.
Like a tank?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you ever get him out and play with him?
No.
Let him crawl all over you?
No.
No, you just watch him? That's pretty cool. Do you like having your pet? What's his name? What's your tarantula's name? You don't know his name?
I do.
What's his name?
Fire?
Meyer?
No, fire.
Oh, Fire? That's a really cool name. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. Okay. All right, so you're going to talk right into there? Can you hear yourself when you talk?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. Okay, so hello, and we're back. I'm here with Valerie. How are you today?
I'm good, thanks.
Good. I'm so glad you came on. Thank you so much. How many pets do you have?
6.
6. Oh, wow. Okay, what do you have?
I have 2 boxers,
Oh, I love boxers. Boxers are my favorite. Okay, go on.
and they're precious. And then I have 1 rescue dog. I don't know what she is. She's just big and hairy.
Okay. A beautiful mutt. We love that.
That's right. And I
Okay.
have a bearded dragon and 2 turtles.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, let me ask about the turtles first. Do you know if they're a boy or girl?
Have no clue.
Great, great. What's their names?
One's name is Turtle,
Okay, great. Very original. Love that.
and the other one's name is Rascal.
Okay. Oh, that's kind of cute. Okay. And then what's your bearded dragon's name?
His name is Big Dragon.
Big Dragon. Okay.
I have a 3-year-old grandbaby who likes to name the things.
I was wondering. I've had a lot of people with bearded dragons that their children named, and I think that's just adorable. I think maybe I need to do that when my little one gets a little bigger. What goes into taking care of a turtle?
I have a pond in my backyard.
Okay.
A decorative pond. It's not very big.
Okay.
And frankly, they kind of take care of themselves.
Okay, so like you
Um,
set them up for success, and then they either thrive or not.
So far, other than the fact that I actually got the boxers from someone, everybody's a rescue.
Oh, okay.
So the turtles were just found.
Yeah. Like on the side of the street found? Or like found by a rescue and then you got it from a rescue?
No, found in the yard, found on the side of the road,
Okay.
and I've had a lot of them that have kind of come through.
Yeah.
They don't typically stick
Stay.
around for a real long time.
Okay.
But Rascal's been around for over a year.
Okay. Do you feed them or they okay, what do you feed them?
I feed them vegetables.
Vegetables? Okay.
You know, lettuces, vegetables. They love bananas.
What is something you would tell someone that knows nothing about turtles that like is really important to taking care of them?
So I'm certainly not the authority or the right one to ask for that. I give them a beautiful environment to be
Okay.
in. If they will let me pick them up and love on them, I do. But the turtles are not really so much a pet as I just provide them a safe haven.
Yeah, that's what I would
Where the dogs and the dragon, they're like
way more
labor
hands-on.
intensive.
Yeah. Do you ever get the bearded dragon out to like handle and pet?
Absolutely, constantly.
Constantly?
He's the reason I'm here.
Oh, okay, yeah, of course.
He's got a metabolic bone disease,
Oh,
and
wow.
he's in bad shape.
Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, I say that.
Did you get them like that?
Yeah.
I've heard a lot. It's very common for that to happen,
Yeah.
just because there's like an overbreeding in the world of bearded dragons.
I don't think that he was taken care of ever, and nobody knows how old he is, but he's probably somewhere around 4 or 5.
Okay.
And I never in my wildest dreams thought I would want to smooch and snuggle a lizard.
I think that's what most people like see when they see someone that owns an exotic animal. They're like, how do you feel cuddly towards a lizard, basically? And what would you tell them? What would you tell someone that says that?
I would tell them, you just hold him for a minute and you'll see.
You see his personality come out.
Absolutely. And I mean, I just took him on because my grandbaby loves lizards.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we'd catch them in the yard, and as soon as she'd hold them and they'd wiggle, they'd get out of her hands.
Uh-huh.
And she'd cry and, catch me a lizard. I want to hold a lizard.
Oh.
And so my friend came across this, free bearded dragon.
Yeah.
And I had no idea what I was in for.
Yeah, there's a lot more that goes into it.
But as soon as I held him and started to stroke his little head,
Uh-huh.
he'd drop his head and lay it on my hand and close his eyes like, oh, that feels so good. And I was instantly, oh my gosh, I love you.
You're instantly my baby now.
That's right.
Oh, well,
And-
that's so sweet.
And so he does get cuddled and held.
Oh, okay. So what, other than the metabolic bone disease, I know that's horrible. It's a horrible medical thing that goes on with bearded dragons. Do you have any crazy medical stories with any of your other pets? Like your boxers, any problems with them ever?
Oh, I mean, other than the fact that they're super rambunctious and,
Yeah.
it was 4th of July probably 3 or 4 years ago, and they were ripping and tearing in the yard, and my husband had an old boat engine,
Uh-huh.
and my boy dog rips right past it and gets a slice across the top of his thigh.
Oh my god.
Nobody's open. It's a holiday.
Of course. That's
So-
when things always happen.
Absolutely.
Always.
So I send my husband off and I said, I need you to go to the drugstore and I need super glue, bandages, and those little butterfly strips. And I did my best to shave the spot and I closed it up
And glued
and
it up.
glued it up and bandaged it and wrapped it up. And when I did get him to the vet said I had done a very good job.
Yes. I was just about to say, of course, we don't suggest that's the only treatment you do, but that is a really good way to close up a cut. I mean, to be honest, super glue is very, very close to skin glue.
It is.
It is. So,
It is, as long as it's new and it hadn't touched a bunch of other things.
yeah.
But, he ended up having to have like 20 stitches. and
Wow. Big gash.
It was a big
Did it
gash.
bleed a lot?
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
You could see muscle hanging out of the hole. It was gross.
Oh, poor baby. Which one was that?
His name is Axel.
Axel?
My boy dog. I have
Okay.
Axel and Gabby and their
And Gabby.
siblings.
Oh, like blood siblings.
Litter mates.
You
yes.
got them together?
Yeah.
Ish.
About 2 months apart.
Okay. You
Ax-
got one and you just had to go back for another.
No,
Oh, okay. What
not
happened?
at all.
What happened?
Axel was, he was promised to
Okay.
someone, and as a little puppy,
Mm-hmm.
12 in the litter, was let out in the yard to go potty and play, and he swallowed a pecan, and he choked and died.
Oh my
And
God.
the owner of the mom and dad got it out and had to resuscitate him 3 times, and they thought he was going to be stupid.
Yeah.
They thought he was going to have some brain damage. And so rewind. The owner's 12-year-old son had just been killed in a 4-wheeler accident. And so here these 12 puppies are there for like emotional support dogs. Nobody expected that, but that's what happened.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so my daughter is all sad and upset and said, they can't afford to take him to the vet and all that. I said, bring him to our house. I'll take him to the vet. When he gets well, he
Yeah.
can go to wherever he
Wherever
was
he-
promised.
Okay.
And that ended up not happening. They took a different puppy. She brings me this little boxer, and I don't
Mhm.
think I had ever seen a baby boxer, but that's what they are.
Yeah.
Puppies usually look like puppies. Boxers look like little tiny boxers.
Mhm.
And I was
Mhm.
like, again, instantly in love.
Instantly in love.
I'm a sucker.
How old was he when he swallowed the pecan?
I'm thinking it was 5 or 6 weeks.
Oh, wow. So he was teeny tiny.
Yeah.
And so, any lasting effects now that he's older?
Well, and Gabby showed up a little while later. It ended up that long story short, my daughter's boyfriend was the son of the people that owned him. He ended up getting kicked out of his house, and so he
Oh.
shows up at my house with his dog.
With Gabby.
And now they are my dogs, and the kids have grown and have their own families, and I now have the dogs.
Do you know how often that happens?
Fairly often.
All the time. All the time. I don't know what it is. I think older children think they can get a dog, and then they get a dog, and then they go, oh no, starting life is hard. And they go, Mom, because it happened to my parents a couple times with my brother. I think it's still happening, to be honest, and he's 30, so.
Yep. Well, I actually, when Gabby showed up, at first, you're going to laugh at me. At first, I was just like, okay, this is Eric's dog. Don't get too attached.
Yeah.
And then she wasn't acting up. And I had a pet psychic come to my house. And the pet psychic said she feels like she doesn't belong to anyone. She needs you to tell her that she is your dog.
Okay, we got to back up. Pet psychic?
Yep.
Where did you find her?
I own a yoga studio.
Oh, okay.
And I have a psychic fair every year.
Oh my God.
And it was someone that I knew from the psychic fair who came to my house.
Wow.
And she gave me some very interesting insight, but especially that.
Yeah.
And so I started to tell Gabby that she was my dog.
Yeah.
And I started behaving like she was my dog. And then when it was time for Eric to move on, I just said, you can't split these dogs up.
Yeah. Not at that point.
If you're going to take her, you have to take him too. And you have to be able to provide for him. And it will break my heart if you do, but you can't separate them.
Yeah.
So now he still comes and sees me all the time, even though my daughter is married and has children with someone else. And
He'll still come
he
see
still
the
comes
dog.
and sees me and comes and sees the
Yeah.
dog. But you were asking if there was any lasting effects.
Yeah.
Axel looks 10 years older than Gabby.
Okay.
He's very, very gray.
Okay.
He, when he's been laying down for a long time, they're 7 years old now. When he's been laying down for a long time, he gets up and he kind of limps, and he just seems significantly older
like
than
the
her.
degeneration of his body is happening faster.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what's funny? I mean, not funny, but crazy. They have neurologists and things like that. I wonder if it was like a part of his brain in particular that didn't get the oxygen that is creating that.
Could be, but I love him.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
He's my baby.
I totally understand. My puppy, I call him my puppy, he's 10 as well. And he's a German Shepherd. He was hit by a car when he was 2. And so his hips aren't exactly doing so great as a 10-year-old now, but such is life. You know, they got a short life, and I am his whole world.
Oh,
So, you know, it's up to me to make sure that he has a good life. Hence,
for sure.
happy pet, happy family.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, well, thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate you talking
bet.
to me, and I guess stay tuned for the next one. Bye. Although I am a pet nurse, I am not your pet's nurse. The discussions taking place here are for entertainment and educational purposes only, and is not a substitute for medical advice. Do not use the information discussed here as a replacement for care, advice, or to diagnose your pet. Please take your pet to a licensed veterinarian regularly, and if your pet is having any issues. I am not liable for your pet's health or anything you do with the information shared on this podcast. Thank you for watching.
Happy pets and happy family. Snakes that slither, and lizards that crawl, dogs that run, cats that squall.